Welcome back everybody, I am Sankaku. This is a new unboxing which I have the new Razer Deathadder Chroma. Just basically got this delivered today, and as I've been doing a lot of unboxings recently, I thought I would get another one up. So we're just going to dive straight into the box. Get this device out, which is a mouse, as you can see from the picture, and I'm pretty sure anybody watching this video already knows what it is anyway. So let's crack on, not with the cracking but with the unboxing, and take out the mouse. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, everything's green, kind of blends in with my green screen which I'm using as a backdrop at the moment. Let's just go over the case since we've got this all out now. You got the, let's see if we can get a focus here. There you go. You got the ergonomic shape, ultra accurate optical sensor, and the chroma customizable lighting. And here it's just got some description about the shape and the optical sensor that it uses, and just a preview of some of the colors that it can do. I think, does it actually say? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say how many colors instantly that it can cover, but it covers basically quite a lot. It's very nice, very nice. But we'll have a look at that more in the software side later on. Just looking at the back of the box here, we're just looking at the, like, obviously the points here and the list of what they are. Let's see if we can get this right for the camera. You've got a 7-foot lightweight braided fibre cable going from the mouse from point 1 at the top, which is obviously this part here. We've got 5 programmable hyper response buttons, which is obviously got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously the 5th being the scroll wheel. You've got Razer Synapse enabled, which is the driver system or the software that they use for the Razer devices. Obviously the ergonomic shapes, just what you can see, and you've got the chroma customizable lighting, which in this is for the Razer logo itself, and the scroll wheel, which has the lights down the side, but again we will look into that in the future. The normal Razer devices do come with like Razer logos. However, with the chroma devices that you order, you can get the mouse, the keyboard, and the headset. It's the whole set. But as you can see, looking at the logo, you can see around the edges it's kind of like got can't remember the name for the effect, but it's like rainbow colors depending on the angle of the light. I know it's going to annoy me later on and I'm going to go, oh dude, it's so obvious it's this word, but it's slipping my mind at the moment. You got the normal congratulations, you've got a new piece of hardware, there's no turning back statement from Razer, which is obviously signed by Minlang Tan. If you want to forge a signature, there it is, but you can pretty much go buy your own Razer device and you get it anyway. You get exclusive rewards for the Razer faithful, which is obviously me because I love my Razer devices. Exclusive rewards, blah, you can see right there. Obviously I don't have a Razer laptop at the moment, but I don't need one at the moment, so there you go, that's just the other side of that. And we have the actual mouse itself in its box. Nice and pristine. You can kind of see the logo on there despite the light not actually being on, which in my previous mouse, you can't actually, once the light goes off on the Razer logo, you can't actually see the logo anymore. So it's kind of nice that they have the kind of highlights around where the logo would be if it's lit up, and can't really see, I mean it just looks white where the lights will be on the scroll wheel. So we'll just go ahead and pop this out. I'll just put this down here and we'll put the cable through. Obviously for the best data connection, got gold plated cable, only the best from Razer, and obviously we've got the braided cable, which is very nice, good quality. One thing I instantly noticed about the mouse is I've had a Deathadder before. I had a Deathadder Currently using a Naga, using a Razer Naga with the 12 buttons on the side, and this compared to that is like so light. Compared to the old Deathadder, which used to be really heavy, this is really light off the bat. You can just tell instantly as soon as you pick it up. Compared to the Naga, I would say it's a bit lighter than that as well. I mean, there is quite a lot going on in the Naga, so I kind of expected the Naga to be, oh, that feels really nice. It's got like some rubber texture there, so pretty good grip, and it's got it here as well, so it's very, very good, I would say. So that is the Razer Deathadder Chroma. I will throw it into my computer, plug it in and all that stuff, and download the software. I'll probably play around with it a little bit, and then I'll get some footage of the LED going itself, and we'll have a look at the software as well. So let's head over there and have a look. Well, we are back on my desktop now. I am just going to launch the Razer application, which is the Razer Synapse 2.0 configurator. Just get in here. Obviously, I've got quite a few Razer devices. I actually do have a Razer Kraken, hence why we've got the Razer Surround Pro here. We've got the Razer Naga 2012 edition, and we've got the 2014 Razer Deathadder Chroma, which we are going to be having a look at software wise, and having a look at, as you can see, I've got a camera version, a camera screen of the Razer Deathadder. So I've set it up just to begin off, having it exactly the same as the Naga. I'll just quickly show you the Naga. What is it? As I was explaining earlier, it's got the 12 buttons on it. I mean, it's a nice mouse and everything. Whoa! Now it doesn't work, but it's a nice mouse and everything, but I like the way it fits in the hand. I really like it. You get these extra things to detach depending on what game you're playing and what suits your hand best for that type of game. If you need quick reactions, or if it's a lot more slow paced but more accurate requirement. Let's put this one back on again. Yeah, that's the gist of that. But this isn't obviously about the Naga today. We're here about this device here, the Razer Deathadder Chroma. So I'm going to be using the initially I'm going to be using the Naga to go through the menus, so you can constantly just see the LEDs and everything on here, reacting to what I'm doing on the drivers. However, I will point out, if you look at the Razer logo on this one, when it lights up, sorry if the audio goes a bit weird, because I am turning towards the mice, and my microphone is quite high up there, so sorry about that. But you'll notice the Razer logo on the Deathadder is a lot more definitive when it lights up. I think they've got better position of the LEDs, or however it's lit up inside. It covers the whole logo, unlike this one. If you tilt it, it's kind of darker in some areas. It's as if it's got like one LED in the middle there, and it's not sufficient enough to. I mean, looking at it direct on, you can see in full, you can see the color. But I mean, I'm sitting at an angle, and when I look at these at an angle, I can see at the top of the logo of the Naga is a bit darker than the bottom. But when I look at it on the Deathadder, the logo full out is just way brighter. Obviously, they've done a lot of mice, so they've learned from that, and they've incorporated it into this new mouse where it's just full on awesome. Right, so getting on with the software now that we've gone over this logo. Again, we'll just skip over here. You'll see we've got calibration. That's the only additional thing over the normal Razer Naga. We don't have key maps for the Deathadder Chroma. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I guess it's because it doesn't really have all these buttons on the side here, so you don't really need to worry about that. But again, yeah, there you go. So you can obviously change that to be any random key you want. Obviously on the mouse it says 1 to 12, but you can program it to be like, if I press this one it'll be J. But back to the mouse, Deathadder, that's what we're here for, get to the point. Basic setup, just if you prefer these buttons to be set up as anything, I never ever mess with these. I always want forward and backwards for these two buttons, and scroll up and scroll down. Mouse 3 is when you push it down for a click. Obviously you've got your right click and left click. So that's basically bog standard for me. I never ever change that on the mouse. For example, yes, I'm going back to the Naga again, but yes, let's go to top view again. I have never changed these at all. I don't think I've ever done that on any mouse, so, but it is there as an option if you do need to do so. Performance wise, you obviously got your DPS, no, not your DPS. Don't know why I'm talking about DPS. You got your DPI for up to 10,000 DPI on this mouse. I mean, this is set to 100, and in comparison, this is a lot. It's a lot more sensitive, but obviously with the higher dots per inch, with a higher DPI, it's obviously going to give you a lot more performance out of it. This one, the Razer Naga's got 5,600 DPI, and it's set to 1,800 as default, whereas this one is also set to 1,800, but it does feel, I don't know if it feels more sensitive just because possibly it's lighter, that's why it feels like it's easier to move. Although the DPI is set to exactly the same on both mice. It could be that's the case. Polling rate on both mice are exactly the same as well. So you got 500 and 500. Obviously the bar just looks further across here because it's got lower DPI overall. But I mean, I could put this up to an insane amount of DPI. I'd never go this high. Whoa, shit. Well, there you go. Never. Oh, damn. There you go. Okay, back to normal again. That was pretty damn fast, and that wasn't even with acceleration on. Again, this is all just your basic kind of mouse settings that you would come across. Calibration I'll go over next. We'll just stick that there. Calibration is basically to help calculate liftoff range and basically the kind of experience that you would get and performance that you get out of your mouse based on what kind of surface you're using. I've put PlanetSide 2 mat or pads because that's what I have, and basically when it asks you to configure it, can I do that? Yeah, so I'm not going to do it right now, but when I click recalibrate, it shows you a little mouse and it says hold your left mouse button and go from here to here to here to here to here to here without taking your mouse off the mouse pad and without letting go of your left mouse button. So I'm not exactly sure. Obviously Razer know what they're doing, but I'm not exactly sure what kind of configuration it looks for when it does that, because obviously it doesn't know whereabouts in the mat your mouse is. Because I mean, obviously I could turn my PC off, leave the mouse here, turn the PC off, and then put the mouse up here. And I really don't think the software and the computer is going to know exactly that during the downtime that my mouse has been moved over there. So I'm not entirely sure what this does, but it's always best if there's an option there, just do the calibration, because you never know, it might help in the long run. Last but not least, obviously, I mean, I really like the size of the Deathadder. The Deathadder really fits nice in the hand. For me, I'm more of a full-on put your hand down on the mouse thing, so my entire hand encompasses the mouse itself. So it really fits well for me, and I really like basically where the position of all my fingers are on the mouse. I mean, on the right hand side they're quite well rested there. On the left I've got plenty of space here underneath the buttons, and it's on the rubber, which feels really nice to the touch, and got easy access to the two side buttons. I didn't really like on the Naga these two buttons being up in just under the scroll wheel. I got used to it, so I kind of use these buttons to use voice comms. So I'll press that button to talk on voice comms. And I didn't really like it here. Like I say, I got used to it, and I can easily communicate to them by pressing that button. But I mean, if I'm pressing that button with my left or right trigger buttons, then that means I generally use it for like jumping and firing. So if I'm doing that, then I'm either not jumping or firing because I'm pressing this button with one of my fingers. Whereas here on the Naga, obviously I could have bound it. I've got crap loads of buttons there, but I don't use them. So yeah, again, I could have worked around it, but I don't. With the Razer Deathadder, again, I'm going to be back into my comfortable position again. I have had a Deathadder before, but it did die on me, I think, possibly. I can't entirely remember. I think something was dying out, and that's why I had to purchase something, and I went for the Naga, because I was playing a lot of MMOs at the time. Moving on, we are going to the lighting, which is one of the key features of the Deathadder, the new Deathadder. Obviously, I'm going to keep my hand off this one so you can see what's going on. You can obviously set up profiles as you can with everything on Razer devices. Everything has a profile. We can do different things with the scroll wheel. So we've got the static. As you can see, it's green at the moment, and the little logo here is pulsing away, or breathing, as they call it. You get options of static and spectrum cycling, and off. So off, blatantly obvious, is just off. We have static, which is on green at the moment, but with the Razer Deathadder, you can choose any color you want. I mean, literally any color. Let's go for like a really bright pink. There you go. And there she goes. She has turned to a pink. Obviously, if I turn the lights off, it might be a little bit better. And on that note, I'm going to actually just do that. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, so we got the lighting in the room down, so you can see effectively the lights. So if I was to go for a more vibrant or darker color, make it a bit bolder for the pinkish kind of thing, you know what I mean? You can see in there, it's just lighting up the whole mess. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm not looking actually at the screen of the camera that's recording, but yeah. So again, you can choose any color whatsoever. I'm just going for these predefined ones, but obviously you can use this here and just go, yeah, I want a really dark blue. And away she changes to a really dark blue. Kind of almost looks whitish, but it is a light, so it will obviously look a bit lighter than it should. Oh, that's a bit weird. I just noticed it's kind of dark there, but as soon as I put the mouse down, it lights up more. That's a bit weird. Don't know what that's about. Anyway, so you do have I don't have any other Chroma enabled devices at the moment. I'm not going to say any more, but you can obviously, if I say had the keyboard or the headset, I could then synchronize this with the rest of the devices. So maybe I could have all the keys blue on the keyboard and the logo on the Razer Kraken Chroma. I could have that all set to blue throughout, and all I need to do is set it in one device, click synchronize, and they're all the same color. But with this, we also get your spectrum cycling, which basically means the color will cycle between the whole spectrum of colors that it has. So you got yellow. I think it was pink before. We were on blue. It's kind of gone greenish. Yeah, it's gone full on green, a bit like the logo here. And starting to head to blue, so you get the point with that. Spectrum cycling is just going to cycle through absolutely everything that you can think of color wise. if we leave that in spectrum cycling at the moment, obviously we've got static. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We can go from a green logo to a red logo. We can go from a red logo to light blue. There you go, light blue. And oops, I meant to be doing it with this mouse, aren't I? Right, so that's basically the breathing. Just breathing just dials down and it goes back up again. So obviously it's like a breathing motion where you go whatever. But yeah, you could do that. White, I've never seen a white logo before. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right, I like white. White's nice. But you also got static, which is again just full on, always on color. So it's not like breathing like this one. I don't think you can even set that on the Naga. Can you? No, you can't even set it on the Naga. You can either choose whether the logo is on or off. So you got just off constantly, or you can say on. I always have this ticked, switch all device lighting off when your screens are off. So if your screens go off, these will eventually just turn off. Let's see. And obviously, I can turn these off. So the scroll wheel and the thumb grid's off. There you go. Back on again. Right. Other than that, we're going back to the Deathadder Chroma. So we've done the breathing. Obviously, you got the spectrum cycling as well. I think that's now going to synchronize with the scroll wheel. So they're both, yeah, they are both in sync. Whatever one is, the other one mirrors the exact same color. And obviously, if you've got a keyboard or the headset, you can synchronize these colors up with the rest of the keyboard. So the keyboard is cycling the exact same colors at the exact same time as your mouse, keyboard, and headset, which is pretty nifty. It's all gimmicky, and a lot of people go, oh, it's a waste of money just getting that for the colors and stuff. But it's not, because the Razer Deathadder Chroma is the exact same price as just a Razer Deathadder. So if you are going for a mouse and you want to get a Deathadder, there's really no point going for a standard mouse, the standard Deathadder without the Chroma, as it's the same price. Why go for less when you can have more? You can go for the Razer Deathadder Chroma, have your colors selectable, and you can choose whichever color you want on permanently, or whether you want it cycling, etc, etc. The headset is also going to be the same price. However, the keyboard is depending on which country you're from. However, I'm from the UK, so I'm going to say it's £20 more. Obviously, it could be $20 more for if you're in America or whatever, which most of my subscribers are. So for your sake, it's about $20 more getting the Razer keyboard. Obviously, at the moment, what you can probably see here is the corner of a green lit keyboard. It's not actually Razer, it's Logitech. I will be dealing with that in future, so hint again, giving away too much. But yes, moving on. I obviously do have the Razer device here for my headset, Razer Kraken Pro. But yeah, this also has the switch off lighting, so obviously you can disable that. So if you have, say, all Razer equipment with lighting functions on it, you can, and say maybe the computer's in your room and you like to leave your computer on like I do, you can basically have the room go to darkness. If your monitor then goes to sleep, then all your devices will also go to sleep. So with that being done, I think we've pretty much ran over everything to do with the Razer Chroma. We are going to slide this little bad boy off to the side, as this is now my new primary mouse. I so far haven't done any gaming with it yet. It's all mainly just configuration, trying it out. I mean, I think No, I was going to say that I think the clicks are a little bit louder, but they're actually not. I know they do use new technology in the mouse for its clicking functions, so I think things are a bit more technologically advanced for that, but I don't know really. Obviously, I don't design the hardware, I just use the fracking thing, so I don't really know what advantage I'm getting over this compared to that mouse right there. So I don't know, but overall feel, sensitivity feels good. It's nice and light, so goddamn light. If you want a light mouse, I would highly recommend the Deathadder Chroma. So light. I remember the old Deathadder being quite heavy. Moving on to this was a lot heavier, the Razer Naga, and I was kind of like, I like the feel of it in my hand, but the weight, I got used to the weight over time. But definitely with the Razer Deathadder Chroma, it's so much easier to just glide across the, I mean, I'm trying to do it so it's like effortless. There you go. I'm trying to show how easy it is to move the mouse across the mat. It's just, it's gliding free. Right, anyway, that is going to be it for this unboxing and a slight software review or tutorial or whatever you wish to call it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you're going to get one of these bad boys, or if you already have one, tell me what your thoughts are about the mouse. I'm really interested in comments, and I reply to everybody that ever leaves me a comment, mainly because I'm not massive and I can do so. But I'm always looking forward to hearing your feedback about my unboxings, because it really helps me progress and better future unboxings that I do. So, like I say, subscribe, comment, and like. And I will chat to you next time. From me, Sankaku, thank you all for watching, and ciao for now.